Chargers. Do we answer a Theor's question or should we talk?
Yeah, we could
all
do
right,
it.
we'll answer it.
Answer it.
All right. Theor's asking which unit will shine week 1 versus the Raiders defense or offense. I'm taking the defense. The Raiders O-line is suspect and the quarterback is bad. Who are you taking? Gilbert, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, well, it is tough to see the Raiders without Colton Miller. Their rookie is a center or guard. I'm already forgetting like you, but I remember his name.
I think he's a guard.
Cool name. Yeah. So, that also you don't know how it's going to play out, but it's still early in the process. It could be, it doesn't sound like a serious injury. But the thing is, with the Chargers, I am very concerned about the defense. Left guard, thank you, Victor, there. Left guard, cool. Yeah, the rookie and Colton Miller. Should be a good left side there, by the way. But I keep saying but to get my doubts here. I have been reading, and you've been there, Fernando, seeing your tweets that the Chargers defense is off to a fast start. But like you just mentioned, Jim Harbaugh doesn't want his offense to be clicking on cylinders right now. But it should be interesting. AOC or Garner Minshew, who knows? I'll say this, Fernando, real quick about the Raiders. I think there's a legitimate quarterback battle. A lot of people are pointing to AOC winning the job. I think for sure is wide open. So for the Chargers defense for week 1, that's kind of a unknown, but you don't have to worry about that for another month here. We're trying here at the air to give you some week 1 scouting report. But I'll say this. I like the Chargers edge rushers group, and when you can bring pressure with Thule, and I'll say another thing here. I keep saying I'll say this. I was messing around with Chargers fans because I remember back in my beat reporter days, when you try to give like praise to like a position and you forget one player, don't forget that guy. Don't forget that guy. People always give you crap, and it worked because I said Thule, Mac, and Bosa. Don't forget Bud Dupree. Don't forget Bud Dupree. I think everybody's in that stage where everybody thinks every player is going to be good on the rotation. I like Bud Dupree, but come on, he's not Thule or Mac or Bosa. But my theory worked. Go ahead.
By the way, I saw Greg Rosenthal today at Chargers. He was disappointed that you weren't coming in there today.
Oh, really? If I knew it was going to be there, I'd try to make it.
No, I know. No, he was like, I told him you had some stuff that you were doing, and he was like, oh, tell him I say hi. I was like, oh yeah, for sure. So I told him, I'm like, oh wow, they brought out, because I was putting on my sunscreen. I'm like, oh wow, they brought out the big guns. He's like, no, these are kind of small, and I just started laughing. But I agree with you, Gilbert. I think if anything, it's the pass rushers that could end up dominating and being the difference on both sides of the football. But today I saw on one of those, Derwin came off through on one side it was Puna Ford and it was Khalil Mack, and Derwin went off through the other side and he shot in right in between both of those guys, and nobody blocked him. So Justin basically would have been sacked at that point. So
I can't wait to see Derwin James in this scheme. Real quick, sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, no, Derwin says he's very excited about this scheme and the way they're using him. Last year, I feel like they put too much on his plate, and it feels like this year they have better players around him so that he doesn't have to do as much. He has more trust in the guys around him.
Yeah. Imagine if the pass rush can actually rush the quarterback and the secondary can actually cover. What can you do with Derwin James? Like for so many years, it's like, hey, you got to cover all these weaknesses, man. You got to play so many positions. How about just let the guy kind of have free, easy going? Like, hey, let's play on you and you can make plays. Like I still want to see Derwin from his rookie year. Like you could tell me if I'm wrong, Fernando, but he hasn't played as well as that rookie year. Maybe 21 with the first year with Staley.
21.
Yeah, you think it was better than 2018? Yeah. Obviously, he wasn't a rookie, but I just feel like that year maybe was so exciting. This guy was shooting out of a cannon and making plays. I want to see that Derwin again.
It's just that when they started moving him around and giving him too much, that's when it was too much for him. And I feel like now they're using him in different ways, and now they're putting two safeties out there. They've been putting AJ Finley and Alohi Gilman. By the way, Alohi Gilman, congratulations, had a baby girl today. So Harbaugh comes up and he goes, we're like, oh, we didn't see Alohi Gilman. He's like, we added to the team. And we're like, whoa, what? And then he goes, we added to a team. And he gave us the measurements of Alohi Gilman's daughter, except for he didn't have wingspan. So I thought that was pretty funny. I was like, wow, this guy really is something else. But yeah, I think pass rusher is a good indication. So I'll go with pass rushers, Gilbert. I'm with you. I think those guys are going to dictate it. And I don't know if I don't think Khalil Mack will have 6 sacks again, but I think
Yeah.
they're going to be able to disrupt. And oh wow, a Thier!
Theory.
Hey, a
He wants
Thier!
us to go live on X. We're
Oh,
getting closer. Hey,
Brian, Brian,
Brian. Now we can go
Brian.
live on X. We got $8 now. We're ready to go.
There you go. We
Premium on
appreciate
X.
you guys.
Thank you.
Brian, do you have a question? Anything you want us to have thoughts on? Go. Okay.
Oh, you've been there longer than I have. I can't wait to hear your thoughts actually, because for one day he was really good.
So I thought for the pretty much the beginning of training camp, he had been doing really well. And today, Quentin had a pass where, so Harbaugh came out, and by the way, they ran one play of 11 on 11, and Harbaugh has to grab the whole team and tell them, slow it down. Do not be freaking knocking dudes out. Like, be careful, relax. All right, let's get back out there. So after the one-on-ones, they started off with 3rd and 10 right around the 40-yard line, and you had to go down the field. So you started off at 3rd and 10, and you try to make your way up the field. So on 3rd and 10, Justin drops back. He throws to the left. Quentin had blazed right through Christian Fulton, and you're like, oh, okay, wow. The ball ends up in his hands. He pops it into his chest and drops it. He goes to the ground, and he just gets up and he yells, fudge!
Man.
Like so loud that you could hear it in the stands.
It's all right. It's all mental, man.
It is. And unfortunately, the rest of the practice, Quentin really didn't do much. So, yeah, it was one of those things. Where
that's a problem. How do you let one mistake like discourage you, where you kind of forget about the entire body of work for a week? Like you gotta move on quickly. That thing, that emotion that he showed, that's not a good sign, Fernando. I know I'm not a therapist here, but that's not good.
Maybe you should go do ayahuasca or a darkness retreat.
He's got to get man.
And I'm being serious now. It's unfortunate, and hopefully, because he was doing really well, and even on Saturday, he was really excited about everything. So. Hopefully this is just a one-off and everybody kind of tells him, hey, it's all right. Don't worry about it. Let's keep it going. But, yeah, Brian, as of right now, he had been having a good camp up until today where he made that drop. And then the rest of camp, he really didn't do – well, he wasn't involved as much. But, unfortunately, that is very we'll see what happens with him. But, again, Brian, thank you so much. That was
thank you, Brian.
Awesome. That's why the Chargers need to use pads. Yeah. All right.